Jallikattu will be held today at Madurai's Avaniapuram district, in which about 500 bulls will be used. Now, officials say that 300 sportsmen are also expected to be taking part in this day-long event, and it will be held in Palamedu as well on the 9th of February. Now, incidentally, the prohibitory orders that had been imposed at the Marina beach in the wake of the recent protracted Pro-Jallikattu agitation have also been lifted, with the city police saying that such a situation does not exist now.
According to our party, we demand the City Police Commissioner of Chennai and Coimbatore, they should be kept under suspension. Judicial inquiry is necessary, but it should be monitored by the High Court.
So right now, the preparations are underway for conducting Jallikattu in Avaniapuram in Madurai district. Now, on the 9th of February, Jallikattu will be held in Palamedu as well. Now, we expect that this festival, which is set to be extremely popular, especially in the southern districts of Tamil Nadu, will of course be conducted. As many as 300 bulls will be taking part. This is a sport in which the people have said that the bulls are not harmed. It is essentially a measure of bravery of these sportspersons who take part in these fairs. It's essentially more like a fair which are extremely popular in many parts of Tamil Nadu. Now, 500 bulls and 300 of these sportsmen, very brave men, will be taking part in this Jallikattu sport. Now, this is essentially what happens. A person is expected to hold on to the hump of the bull and then ride it for as long a period of time. So this is what the Jallikattu sport actually is all about. It is set to be underway in Avaniapuram in Madurai, and as many as 300 bulls are taking part in this particular Jallikattu. And also my colleague Priyamvada continues to be with us over the phone line. Priyamvada, this is what the people of Tamil Nadu had been protesting for. We saw those massive protests, and finally in Madurai we see that Jallikattu is of course taking place.
Yes, Jallikattu has begun in Avaniapuram. Actually, this is the first start of Jallikattu happening in that belt of Tamil Nadu after the government order. The order which has also been given assent by the president, and there is no opposition from the Supreme Court as well. So, a relieved set of people are conducting Jallikattu in Avaniapuram. And on 9th, it is going to happen in Alanganallur as well. This apart, even in Palamedu, it will happen on 8th. So it's a huge victory for these youngsters who fought for Jallikattu.
And also, Priyamvada, have there been any restrictions that have been put in the manner in which this sport has been played? Because on the face of it, you know, it's a bull which is charging into a crowd. The bull obviously is scared, it is agitated, it is not there by its choice. And what we are seeing is that these young men, they don't have any kind of protective gear. I mean, even if someone were to be playing cricket, there are a number of guards which people wear. But in a sport like this, there is no protective gear whatsoever. Any regulations at all that have been put up so that people are not harmed, the bulls are not harmed?
No, obviously there are certain rules that needs to be followed. These are the rules that have been set by the Tamil Nadu government in the order that they amended the Act of Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act. First, a village committee meeting for Jallikattu committee meeting along with the officials took place. There are certain barricades that have been put. And also, most importantly, a veterinarian and people from representatives from AWBI are very much present there to ensure that all the procedures are followed. Most importantly,
Right, Priyamvada, do continue to stay on with us. Meanwhile, we are also joined in by animal rights activist Chennai Krishna. So, Chennai Krishna, this is an interesting bit of a development. So, after all those protests, Jallikattu is now taking place. So, your reactions on this, and will you, of course, be challenging this incident that is taking place? We seem to have lost the line with Chennai Krishna, but this, of course, is what is happening right now. These are visuals that we are getting in from Avaniapuram, where the sport of Jallikattu is being conducted. And Priyamvada, you were telling us about some of the regulations that have been put in place, some of the safety measures that they are there. Take us through what exactly is this sport all about?
Well, number one, the barricades have been put up, so no commoner can enter into this barricade except the players. Uniform has been given for every Jallikattu bull tamer. This apart, there is a team comes from Animal Welfare Board of India and veterinary doctors who are monitoring the bulls continuously to ensure that there is no they're treated properly, where they are given enough medicines and no unwanted things are being done to them to provoke them, to make them bite. So these are some of the important things that is being followed.